oh my God, this is the scariest thing I've ever done. What possessed me to consider giving up a really well-paying job with a really good pension and run away to explore the world with my husband. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? Hey guys, it's Kat here. I wanted to talk to you today about the big change that's been happening in my life. You may have noticed that I have left my job. Yay! I'm unemployed or retired, if you want to be kind. A lot of you have been asking me questions across social media, and there just isn't enough space on this tiny little line to give you a proper answer. So I thought I'd record this video and answer the top 5, I think it is, 5 or 6 maybe, questions that I get asked a lot, including what our plans are and how we afford it, and hopefully it will help you understand my mindset, understand the choices that we've made, and anyone who is in the category of saying to me, oh, I wish we could do that, but I just don't know how to start, then maybe this will help, and our plan and the steps that we've taken over the last couple of years might help you get started too, so you can go and have adventures. What I have done, which I didn't record for YouTube, I'll be honest. I recorded it for me, just to get feelings out. But the last week of my employment, I recorded myself and how I was feeling each day going in and out of work and stuff. And I'm going to add some of the clips on to the end of this, just so you can see my mindset. Now, I know most people have had days where they don't want to go to work. And most people have said, forget it, I'm just going to quit and be a bum on the street. What made us go from joking about it, and we've been joking about it for a while, to actually handing in that piece of paper, which was really difficult to do. I was wandering around my building going, I don't know who to give this to. Just somebody take the piece of paper. And I couldn't find an HR person. I didn't really have a line manager time. I was sort of in this weird limbo land. And I was like, somebody just take it because I want to leave. Now I've made the decision. I'm like, please just take my piece of paper. Eventually I went up to the 4th floor, which is where all the big offices were. And I had to go see the head of HR. And she was like, oh, just send me an email. Actually, no, to be fair, she was just like, oh, send this other lady an email. But I've written a letter. I want to send the letter. Please just take it. She was like, you're a crazy person. I'm glad you're going. So, yeah, it wasn't that easy to actually quit my job. Anyone else who happens to work for the same company should bear that in mind. So, my stomach, did you hear that? My stomach is rumbling so bad. It's pancake day, we've just had pancakes. And yeah, they were so good. But now my stomach's like, ooh, I like this. Give me more of the pancakes. Okay, no, sorry, serious. This is serious. We're talking about life-changing decisions. I don't think you can be serious while you're talking about life-changing decisions, because if you stop and think about it too much, you'll never do it. At some point, you just have to go, come on, world, let's see what you got. Because it's terrifying. It's so scary changing something this fundamental in your life. I didn't feel this scared when I left the Navy. It was weird. I think also because I was 20 and I just assumed the world would open up for me. And now I've hit my mid-30s. I know how hard it is and I know how good I had it. And I know that that is very unlikely to happen again. Right, question number 1. See, the problem with this camera is I don't know where I'm pointing it at, but question number 1. Why did we do it? Why on earth would any sane human being pack in a job with great rate of pay, decent time off, decent-ish holiday, and a pension to die for? It's an excellent question. Excellent question. We want some more time. We want to be able to travel and we want to be able to spend more time together. And we are prioritising travel and life and experiences and memories and adventure over having a lovely car and a lovely house and a mortgage and all the normal things that Western society says is important. We decided that we could live a lot smaller and a lot simpler and a lot more meaningfully. And we're big on this whole minimalism thing. Although if you saw my wardrobe just over there, you probably wouldn't agree with me. But we're aiming to be big on the whole minimalism thing. And we want to live more thoughtfully. So, with that in mind, we figured we could condense our lifestyle and we could certainly trim off some of the money that we were quite frankly wasting. Here's my husband. He's going to stick his head round. Hi, say hi to YouTube.
Hi YouTube. Hi YouTube.
I'm explaining our life choices.
Okay. I regret my life choices.
I regret my life choices. I'm unemployed and I need some... But we had pancakes. Pancakes were good.
Pancakes were very good.
They were.
Well.
You walked in.
I was saying if you want a cup of tea, I've got 3 minutes before a call.
Oh, bless you. I'd love a cup of tea. Yes, please. Thank you.
Excellent.
You can say no. You just offered. Bye.
Bye.
Question number 2. Will I miss work? The answer to that is possibly, but I don't know. I used to be an air traffic controller, and I used to control the aircraft in and out of London, so Heathrow, Luton, Stansted, the big planes, and I'd control them while they were flying around the skies and stuff. My job especially was really good for sating my adrenaline rush requirements, especially when work was busy and there was bad weather and, airports closed or things just went chaos. All those times where you poor people get diverted somewhere else, somebody sitting in an ops room going, I don't know where to put this plane, and planes just can't circle forever, they run out of fuel, so you have to put them somewhere. That sense of achievement and accomplishment and just getting a license is a big deal. And to walk away from all that was, again, a big deal. But I'm hoping that replacing it with travel and adventure and YouTube and other exciting new things that I want to get involved in is going to sate that adrenaline rush. If not, I'll just go play on my motorbike and crazy speeds. I would never, ever, ever break the law. So, if it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if I'll miss it. But I would much rather try and do something else and realise that it was a mistake and that I miss the teamwork and I miss my friends and I miss whatever else. And sometimes travel's just not enough, and that's okay. There are plenty of people who've gone out and they're like, oh, actually I'm quite glad to get back to work. That might be me, I don't know, but I'm trying it and I'll let you know in 6 months. Question number 3. I can hear him come back with the tea. Thanks, tea boy. Bye, tea boy.
Bye.
Hi, I have tea. Do you like my mug? Isn't that amazing? He's got his lordship one. Right, where did I get to? Question number 3. Am I ever going to work again? Probably. I'm 35. There is no way I'm going to get from 35 to pension age without working again. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know why I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm hoping it's not going to involve working in an office because I don't get on well with working in an office. I'm so bored. Sorry, tea break. Okay. 4. How are we affording it? This is the big question. And people are either asking me because it's social media and they don't really know me. But the people who know me are like, so, have you won the lottery? No, we haven't won the lottery. This is a question that everybody either asks or wants to ask but doesn't know how to be polite. And there is no real way. I can't speak. No real way. There's no real way of getting around this question. It's about money and we do not like talking about money. But I'm going to, as much as I possibly can, to help you perhaps put your own plan together. I want to say right at this point that what worked for us probably won't work for you because personal circumstances are everything in this. It's all going to be about what you earn, it's going to be about what you spend, what your commitments are, how many kids you've got. There's so many variables, it's impossible. All I can do is tell you what worked for us and hope that some of it rings true for you. If it doesn't, if, you are working your butt off, earning as much as you can, and most of it's going out on bills, which is the state that an awful lot of people are in. There are loads of YouTubers out there who have had similar circumstances, who have chosen to perhaps live in a van or live on a boat or do things differently to move their life to the point that they want it to be at. So if that's you, if our story doesn't resonate with you at all, then go out and find some of them, and hopefully they can inspire you and give you practical ideas which might help. But a couple of years ago, we had a big shock and we had a massive life change. For those who don't know, my husband's mother died. And it totally shook us out of our little safe, warm bubble. And we decided that our life was not where we wanted it to be. And so we set up a plan. We set up a 2-year plan because Jade still had 2 years left at college. For my American friends, we don't mean college and university, we mean college in the last 2 years of high school. So she's 16 to 18. At the moment she's still 16, so she's still got about a year and a half left. So we set up a plan for me to go on a sabbatical. That was our initial plan. And I got approved for a sabbatical for a year from work. So I would leave October 2019, and then I'd have a year of unpaid, and I'd go back to work in 2020. That was plan number 1, and that was fine. We were quite happy with that. And we knew that we wanted to go travelling. We didn't know how, we didn't know what in, but we started saving. And we decreased our bills as much as we possibly could. So we knew we were going on sabbatical. We knew I was going on a sabbatical, so I would get no income for a year. So we had to get to a point where we could survive comfortably and travel and pay all our bills and look after Jade and everything else, all entirely off my husband's wage. And he doesn't earn a fortune. So we had to shrink our life. And it was, unfortunately, that difficult and that simple. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to go without Sky Television or, high-speed broadband or takeaway every week or whatever choices you make that you're spending your money on. It's difficult to go, actually, I want freedom over instant comfort. Because we've been living on boats for so long, we were already saving a large portion of my wage. About 30% of my wage we were saving each month. And that's because as my career had progressed, as I'd become an instructor and an examiner and other things, I got bonuses and extra money. And we hadn't grown our lifestyle to spend those. We knew we would be getting rid of the house that we rented when we thought we were going to look after his mum, which, as houses are, is a lot of money. So we knew that that whole side of it would be wiped out by the time I came to my sabbatical. We knew then that we had to save, I think we had to save about £600 a month to get down below what he earns. And we've been doing that we've pretty much halved our shopping bill. We've been a lot more conscious about what we're spending and deals in shops and making food last and reusing it and not being so wasteful, because I'm sad to say we were pretty wasteful. And over the last few months we've really worked hard on that. And it's amazing, if you just save 10-15 quid a week to start off with, that's 50 quid before you've even blinked. So I would suggest track your spending for 3 months. It's boring, but it's really, really useful. And you can see, actually, I spend 3 quid a day on a Costa. That is 60 quid a month if you do it Monday to Friday. I spend this every day. I get a 40 quid takeaway every day. Every day, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I get a 40 quid takeaway every week on a Friday night. And it may be that you're like, but I like that. That makes the whole week worthwhile for me. That's fine. That's cool. I am not saying you can never have any fun again in your life, but it's a choice. And we were like, yes, we want this year off to travel. How do we get our money, our spending below this? So we made choices and we made decisions to cut as much of our spending as we possibly could. And we did it. We hit that target. Poor Jade, bless her, she didn't know what happened. She was so used to getting a taxi everywhere instead of the bus, and she was so used to getting a takeaway every week and having things when she wanted it. And yes, she was spoiled. I'm sorry, she's an only child, or she's an only child of that age group. We've got some older kids. And we spoil her. That's not her fault, that's our fault. And we spoilt her because we could. When we finally got some money that we could spend, we were like, okay, we'll spend it on our daughter. We've had to change that. And it is really tough with kids, especially if they're used to a certain way of life. Younger kids, you could probably turn it into a bit of a game. Older kids, we just had to sit down and say, this is what we're trying to achieve. We want to go on this adventure. For some of it, you can come with us, and some of it you'll be off having your own adventures. And we had to do that to get her on board and to explain to her that her life's going to change a little bit too. So that's how we started. We started with a list of what we spent every month, and we cringed when we were like, whoa, we spend a lot of money on food, and we spend a lot of money on stuff we don't really need. We had become consumers, and we'd become part of the rat race. We had been like, we earn this much, we can spend this much. And that was quite a shock, because we always prided ourselves on being a bit hippie and a bit, minimalist and a bit, we live on a boat, we don't have much stuff because you can't fit it on a boat. Yeah, no, we had a lot of stuff, and most of it was mine. Most of it, I am the worst person in our house for stuff. Jade's a hoarder. She will hoard anything that she or anyone else that she loves has ever touched. And that's an issue. I am just a stuff collector. And I had to work, and I'm still having to work really hard on fixing that. But that is how we've afforded me to be able to retire. I'm going to keep saying retire because it sounds better than just me to being unemployed. That's how we have afforded me to give up work. We can live on his wage, with our bills, with our travelling, with our expenses, and with a bit of fun in there. And we've worked hard to do that. And that is the steps that I would suggest anybody who's interested in doing this take. Now, if you both want to give up work and travel, it's obviously harder. We had a goal, and we wanted to save up 2 years worth of our bills and our commitment. So basically 2 years worth of his wage that we have saved up. And again, we cut our expenses down to under his level, and then basically everything that I earned for the last 6 months of my work, we banked. And as soon as we had hit that 2 year gap, I handed him a notice. Until we knew we were going to do it. I think I handed it in just before we hit it, so that I knew by the time my 3 months were up, my 3 months notice were up, we would be there, we'd be done, and we are. And that's just going to sit there, because obviously he's still earning, and we're still spending what we're spending and keeping a track on that. And with that sitting there as a safety net should we need it. And if we can't find a job in 2 years, we've got bigger problems. I'll just go sit on the side of the street, although not at the moment. It's snowing in France. That was our 2 year plan. We thought it would take 2 years to do it. We did it in 8 months, which was really cool. We were unbelievably shocked and pleased by how quickly we managed to save and how quickly we managed to change our life. So our plan to leave in October 2019 went out the window. We hit it, and we hoped that we would hit it beginning of 2019, so we have a little bit of a buffer. That was how we set it up. And we actually hit our 2 years in the savings in January 18, so a year early. And yeah, that meant I could hand in my notice for work a whole year early. Question number 5. What are we going to do? This is the exciting bit. So obviously we're still restricted by Jade being in school or college. We're still restricted to school holidays for this year. But we're currently in France. We are going to Germany for Easter, for the 2 week Easter break, which I'm really looking forward to, because we've never really explored Germany. So we're going to do the Black Forest on the motorbikes, and we're going to go to some of these incredible castles that you see on Instagram and things, and play with the drone and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But our big trip, we have 8 weeks on the summer. So we are, let me get this right, we're going to Holland and Denmark and Sweden and Norway and Finland and Russia, if we can get the visa sorted. But if not, what we're going to do is a boat trip from Finland that goes through to St. Petersburg. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do Estonia, and then we're going to do Latvia, and then we're going to see wherever the road takes us, which is an adventure. And I'm very, very much looking forward to that. And we wouldn't have the opportunity to do any of that if I was still in work. So no way I'd get 8 weeks off work in one summer. So that's our plan. In between all that, obviously, we will be chilling out. Well, I'll be chilling out. He'll be working. So I'll be doing all the jobs that anyone who stays at home will be doing. Cooking and the cleaning and the food shopping and keeping an eye on our budgets, because our whole plan relies on us keeping to budget. So that's what we're going to do. Well, this is odd. I've just handed back my headset and I've handed back my electronic pen. So I guess I'm officially not on air traffic controller anymore, which is weird. I've trained for a long time, years. Yeah, probably 5 years, I think, to get that. And although technically I've still got my licence, at least for a couple of months, without a headset and an electronic pen, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel a bit shell-shocked, I think, at the moment. And I'm still really excited, and I'm still really convinced this is the right way forward. But it's odd. It's odd giving up something that I've worked so hard and so long for. I mean, I've been a controller now since 2000 and... when did I join that? 5. So what's that? Nearly 13 years in the company. I have no idea if this is a good idea or not, but I'm doing it anyway. It's my last day at work. I've just swiped in for the final time. I've just gone through security for the final time. I'm now parked up in the car park, and the last time I'm actually allowed in this building. Apparently I have to be escorted off by security, which will be a bit odd. So right now I'm fine, but in 7 hours I am going to be dangerous to the company. Holy crap. Oh, it's done. I've signed the forms and I have left. My boss was like, you can come back if you want to, which was so lovely of him. In fact, a couple of people have said that. And I really, really appreciate it. And I'm certainly never going to say never, because who knows, in 6 months I might be bored, or I might, need some money, or it might just not work out. But as my husband said to me today, at least we're trying it. At least we're doing something towards what we want to achieve in our lives. And it's not right for everybody. And I'm incredibly lucky and incredibly privileged that we can do this. And I don't want to waste that opportunity. So I'm going to try and make the most of it. But it's lovely to have the door open, saying that you can come back if you want to, which I really, really appreciate. But at the moment, I'm so excited. I thought I'd be upset, and I thought yesterday I was a bit shell-shocked, and today I'm just like, welcome to the rest of my life, and the adventures and the possibilities and the freedom, and oh God, it's almost too big to take in. I've been saying all day, I feel a bit like I'm just going on holiday, but everyone's really interested. But I'm not. I don't ever have to go back. I can't go back. I've handed in all my security passes and everything, my headset, and it's all gone. I'm just a normal person. I'm unemployed. When people ask me what I do now, I'm like, nothing much. That's a change. It's going to be a weird adaptation. I said that word. Yeah, it's going to be weird, but it's also really exciting. Way more exciting than I was expecting it to feel. The first week has just felt like it's a holiday, quite frankly, although I haven't got, when you're on holiday and you've got that countdown going on your head, oh, I've got 6 nights left, oh, 5 nights left, till I have to go back to work. I don't have that at all. So I'm doing things and I feel a lot freer, which I suppose is the idea. So there we go. I hope that answers some of the major questions that I've been asked, and I hope it answers your question. If it doesn't, put me a comment below, and I will do my best to answer it for you. I'll give you guys maybe a 6-month update on how it's been, but I'll certainly show you some of our travels as we go on them as well. And also, if anyone is going to the NEC next Tuesday, the NEC Caravan Camping and Motorhome Club, have I got that in the right order? We're going next Tuesday on the 20th. And if you are there and you see me, come say hi. I have stickers, although I haven't got them with me here because I'm in France. But yeah, I have stickers to give away. So come and say hi and grab a sticker if you would like one. And that's it for me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you later. Bye.